All right, let's get right into it. The crypto market right now is telling two completely different stories. Seriously, on one hand, you've got Bitcoin, and it is under some major pressure. But on the other hand, some parts of the market are just absolutely taking off. It's a divided market for sure. So let's break down what's really happening. So if we look at the official Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's sitting at 33. That puts the market sentiment firmly in the fear category. And, a number like that, it's enough to make anybody a little nervous. And the first question that pops into everyone's head is pretty obvious, right? Does this mean the market is crashing? Is it time to panic? Well, not so fast. This is where things get really, really interesting. Because while Bitcoin is definitely feeling the heat, the capital isn't just vanishing from the market. No, it's rotating. It's like we're watching two different games being played on the exact same field. Okay, so first up, let's unpack the argument for fear. Why is the biggest asset in the entire space showing these signs of weakness? Wow, yeah, this is the big one, the headline number that's got everyone talking. In a single 24-hour period, spot Bitcoin ETFs saw a record net outflow of almost $290 million. I mean, this is big money, institutional money, literally heading for the exits, and that creates some serious selling pressure on Bitcoin's price. And look, this isn't just happening on its own. It's being made worse by this hawkish economic environment. Basically, the Fed is keeping interest rates high to fight off inflation, which makes safer investments look way more appealing than something risky like Bitcoin. On top of that, you've got Bitcoin's high market dominance. When it's this big, if it starts to fall, it has the potential to drag the whole market down with it. But like I said, that's only half the story. Because on the flip side of all this fear, there's a really compelling case for opportunity. This is what we're seeing as a kind of great capital rotation. So this is the key question, right? If all this institutional money is flowing out of Bitcoin ETFs, where is it going? It has to be going somewhere. And this really shows you that divide perfectly. You've got institutions selling Bitcoin on one side, but on the other, it looks like that same money is just rotating directly into specific altcoins that have really powerful stories and some serious momentum behind them. And we can see exactly where that capital is landing. It's not random. It's flowing into very specific narratives. Solana products, they're seeing their fourth straight day of inflows. The whole AI sector is on fire. Coins like Bittensor are up over 20%. And we're even seeing a comeback in the privacy narrative, with Zcash up over 11%. The money is clearly looking for opportunity in these high-conviction plays. And if we zoom out for a second, the big picture here still looks strong. This isn't just random gambling. This capital is moving around within a market that's getting more mature by the day. We've got over 75 public companies holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets now, and we're seeing slow but steady progress on regulatory clarity. These are the kinds of foundational pillars that give investors confidence to stay in the game, even if they're just moving chips from one spot to another. So, how in the world you navigate these two opposing forces? This is where having a clear strategy is everything. Let's talk about how to read the signs in a market that's this divided. Okay, the number one metric you've got to watch right now is Bitcoin dominance, or BTC.D. The easiest way to think about it is like a pie chart of the entire crypto market. Bitcoin dominance just tells you how big Bitcoin's slice of that pie is. It's probably the clearest signal we have for whether money is flowing into Bitcoin or flowing out of it and into other altcoins. And here's the secret sauce. Here's why traders are glued to this chart. When Bitcoin's price is holding steady or even going up, but its dominance starts to drop, that's the classic sign that investors are feeling more confident and they're starting to move their money into riskier altcoins, hunting for those bigger returns. This is what people are talking about when they say an altcoin season might be coming. So, with everything going on, a really disciplined strategy is a must. First things first, preserve your capital. In a volatile market like this, that means smaller position sizes and using tight stop losses. No excuses. Second, be picky. Focus your capital where the momentum is, like in those Solana, AI, and privacy sectors we talked about. And third, keep your eyes on the key metrics. You want to see those ETF flows turn positive again, and you want to see Bitcoin dominance start to tick down. And all of this, it all comes down to the one critical question that every single investor has to be asking themselves right now. You've probably heard the old saying, right? Be greedy when others are fearful. Well, the data is screaming fear right now. The real question is that fear justified? Or is it a sign that the market has gone too far?
maybe creating one of those prime buying opportunities.
So that is the billion-dollar question we're left with. Is this wave of fear in Bitcoin just shaking out the weak hands and setting up a massive buying opportunity before the next big move up? Or is this record-breaking ETS outflow just the first tremor before a much deeper, more painful correction? The answer is probably going to define the rest of the year for this market.